Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV located in Frederick, Colorado. My name is Larry Vickers. Today we're going to take a look at one of the brand new Freightliners on the lot. I'd like to introduce you to a 2020 Freightliner M2 106. The conversion is Summit Hauler. This is stock number 5N191492. And we'll start by taking a look at the front of the truck. At first glance, we're going to notice a very unique grille that we put on. Really dresses the truck up. Another thing we can see from the front is the bumper. The bumper is broken into 3 parts. And the logic behind that is if we get into an accident or something happens right here on this corner, we can simply replace that as compared to replacing the entire bumper. The hood is made of compressed fiberglass. It's not just a couple of thin layers laying across there. So if we strike something, this is a lot tougher and it's easier to fix as well. An example of that would be about a year ago at this time, we had a severe hailstorm come through and it just demolished the pickup trucks. But you couldn't even tell anything had happened to the Freightliners. So let's take a look under the hood. That is the Cummins 8.9 liter V6. It is coupled with the Allison 3200 TRV transmission. This offers 350 horsepower, 1,150 foot-pounds of torque. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of different colors under here, and they do that for a reason. Whatever is in yellow is something that you and I can check to make sure everything's okay. For an example, here's where we would check the oil, and straight across is where we would check the antifreeze level. Now the batteries are located underneath the back seat. So if we leave lights on, something happens and we need to jump it, we can do that under the hood right there as compared to tearing into the batteries. So if we're underneath there, checking on everything, and a gust of wind comes up, that's gonna stop. It's not gonna squish us. The only way to get that down is to manually force it down. The truck comes with Michelin tires, 255, 80R 22.5. They come with tire balancers right there. And what that is a separate drum attached in there that has BBs and hydraulic oil. So as you gain speed and as you gain momentum, those balancers balance the entire rotating mass. From the tire to the wheel to the hub, all of that is balanced. So not only does that make it safer because it balances everything out, it makes it for a smoother ride, and it also prolongs tire life up to 45%. This is a plug-in for the block heater right here. Now we'll take a look at the driver's seat. That is a very soft black leather. It comes on the most comfortable seat on the market today. This does have air ride. So right here is where we would adjust our seat. Heated and cooled seats as well. And this is for the lumbar. So however much air we want into the back of the seat, we adjust that right there. In addition, they're all built where we can start them from the ground. So when the weather's cooler and we want to start the truck and let it warm up for a little bit, we can do that without having to crawl in it. And when you start your truck, you turn it halfway. And you let those gauges go all the way over and all the way back, just like that. And the reason for that is if we get in a hurry and start it too quickly, there's a chance that it will kick codes out that simply don't exist. Right here is a plug-in for a Trickle Charger. So at night, if we're on the road and we're done for the day and we want to still have lights or the DVD system, we can get behind or get beside an electrical outlet and charge that right there. That assists the batteries and keeps them charged. When we take a look in the back seat, this does make down into a bed, and I did verify that does meet all DOT requirements to qualify as a bed. And to get that back up into a seat is very simple, just a push of a button. As we continue on, the Summit Hauler conversion has the most storage capacity of any brand on the market. If we take a little bit closer look at the inside, you will see a hookup for an air hose. As we continue on, the top is rhino lined. As we get to the back, another unique fact about Summit Hauler is it puts 800 extra pounds over that rear axle. So in cases where we aren't towing, this is a safety precaution. If we get into rain, not only does that prevent hydroplaning, but it also helps with traction. So if we get into mud, stuff like that, that helps us get out of it. The bed is made of aluminum as compared to the competition that is made out of steel. This prevents rust. So 10 years from now, this truck will look exactly as it does today. This is the plug-in, this is the Voyager system. So we can hook up to 3 additional cameras to it. This is our hookup for the lights. Now I know a lot of people that are looking at this truck maybe to purchase for a towing vehicle are kind of comparing us and shopping us to pickups. So I brought a couple of things to show you. This is the U-joint for a GMC 3500 or a 1-ton. This is the U-joint for this vehicle. So when we're making a large purchase, obviously longevity is going to matter to us. So 150, 200,000 miles from now, pulling 20,000 pounds behind us, which one do you think is going to last longer? Well, obviously it's going to be this one. One other thing from the rear, underneath here is the hitch for a traditional bumper pull trailer. As we come around, the storage on this side is exactly the same on the other. It comes with 2 50-gallon fuel tanks. Here's one here, the other one is on the other side. Now those tanks are connected, so as it's sitting like it is now, the fuel will balance out. But when you go to fuel up the trucks, you will need to do that independently. So let's take a look at the inside. Okay. And we'll kind of look at things going from top to bottom. So up here is the backup camera. As stated before, you can hook up to 3 more to that. So if you just hook up 1, the screen will split in half. If you hook up 3 more, it will actually be quartered. So you can look at all of them at once or independently. As we come across, here's our air horn. As we come down, the gauges are pretty self-explanatory. However, there are 2 of them I want to point out. The top one is for air brakes, and the bottom one is the secondary one. So a huge advantage to this truck over pickups is the air brakes. So let's compare air brakes to hydraulic. Well, if we have a leak on our pickup truck on a hydraulic, that fluid is going to eventually leak out. So if we go to hit the brakes, might be softer because we're losing fluid, or in extreme cases, there's not going to be any brakes at all. Well, compare that to an air system. There's obviously an unlimited supply of air. So when we go to hit the brakes, there's always going to be brakes there. And another advantage to this over hydraulics is quickness. And that's one thing I noticed when I first started driving. You go to hit the brakes on this, we're going to stop right now. So if we have a 20,000 pound load behind us in one of these Cimarron trailers, we're going to have a lot more advantage to stopping here compared to hydraulic brakes on a pickup. As we come across, this is for the windows. Right here is our cruise. This comes with an automatic transmission, so it's very simple and easy to drive. R means reverse, D means drive, and away we go. This is for the engine brake. Now that is a true engine brake, it's not a Jake brake. So if we go to low, just by pressing it down, not only does it restrict exhaust coming out of those 3 cylinders, but also prevents fluid from going in. Now if we go to high, that's all 6 cylinders. So if we're in the Rocky Mountains right next to me coming down a hill, we're going to want that on high. So that not only helps us stop, but it also helps prevent the brakes and extend brake life on the truck. As we come across, this is our mirror heaters. This is for if we have to manually regen, and that's something we'll probably never have to worry about because it'll do that automatically when we're going up and down the road. This is the air dump. So when we go to hook up the trailer, if we need that bed lower, simply press that, and right now the back of this truck is lowering. When we shut it off, it'll bring it back up to normal. This locks the differential. These are marker lights here. This is the fan for the back seat. So right now Cherish is getting air sent to her. This is our parking brake here. Now it does come with an air supply to the trailer. The truck will come with glad hands. We'll have all that set up for you when you leave, if that's something that, if your trailer does have air brakes, so that assists it right there. This is our trailer brake here, and climate control is right over here. So it's very basic, however fast you want that fan to run, and hot and cool right there. So a very nice truck that we have on the market today. If you have any other questions about this or any vehicle on the lot, please feel free to call me. My cell number is 970-370-4067. The work extension is 303-684-3404, or you can always email me at larry.vickers@transwest.com. Thanks for tuning in today and have a great day.